That which was from the beginning, which we've heard, which we've seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon, and our hands have handled of the word of life. Word Out, a young people's church of the Men of Issachar Vision Incorporated, brings you God's word. Be blessed as you listen.
Ecclesiastes chapter 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 11. Ecclesiastes chapter 11. We read from verse 1 to 6. Then we'll come back and read verse 4 again. Ecclesiastes verses 1 to 6. After that, then we'll read verse 4 again for emphasis. 1, 2, go. Cast thy bread upon the waters. Verse 4 again. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap. Lord, we ask that you will send your word into our hearts. Spirit of the living God, remain our help. For we pray in Jesus' name. Give it up, add up. Give it up, you add up. You give it up, you add up. You don't give it up, you don't add up. You give it up, you add up. You don't give it up, you don't add up. We started last week by saying giving is pattern. Alright? So part. And we looked at it that you can part with your time and presence. Remember that? Number 2, you can part with your skills. Number 3, you can part with your energy. And number 4, you can part with your substances. Substance, cash, and kind. Alright? Cash and kind. So there is no giving when you are not parting with something. There is no giving when you are not parting something. Now, but in as much as we've had it so many times, that to give, to part with something, is to be expected to come back to you. We've had it in the song the choir sang, a beautiful piece, that give, and it shall be given unto you. Several times we've had it when you come to church or you go to a meeting. The most likely scripture somebody will use to collect offering will be Luke chapter 6 verse 38. And what is that scripture? Give, and it shall be given unto you. Press down, shaking together, running over, shall men give unto you. So it's a common scripture. People are aware of it. But people still don't give. People still don't part with things. But let me tell you, if you don't part with it, you will not have increase. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 24. There is it that withholdeth beyond that which is meet, and it tended to poverty. The liberal soul will get fat. The liberal soul will get fat. If you hold on to things, you won't get more. Stretch your hand to me. Stretch your hand to me. Stretch your hand to me. They want to make you to collect from me is because there is nothing in your hand. Is somebody with me? If your hand is not empty, you can't collect. One way you can drop your hand. One way you empty your hands is to give out. Is to give out. So you want your wardrobe to increase, you give out from your wardrobe. A wardrobe you do not empty will not be refilled. Is somebody with me? It will not be refilled. You are looking for more money, more money. If your account is not emptied, if you don't reduce what is there, more will not come in. The principle of life is what you give, you get. Have you ever thought of it? Have you discovered that if you are not calling people, people will stop calling you? Have you ever discovered it? If you are not calling people, people will not be calling you. If you don't send message, people will not give you. Those that are calling you before will suddenly forget you. But the day you pick your phone and start calling, call 5 people one day. The next day, call another 5 people. You will be surprised that you start receiving many calls. If you don't give phone calls, you will not receive phone calls. If you don't ask about people's welfare, nobody will ask of your welfare. It is whatever a man sows that he reaps. So he sows nothing, he reaps nothing. He sows sparingly, he reaps sparingly. He sows generously, he reaps generously. He said, with the same measure with which you give out, we may give back to you. The same measure. So he said, cast your bread into the waters. After many days, you will find it. Have you ever put bread inside water before? Hello? If you have my kinds of childhood, you will have tried those experiments. Have you put bread inside water before? Okay, leave that one. Have you put bread inside tea before? What happens with the bread? Sometimes when you have little bread and you want that bread to be much, what do? You cut it and pieces inside the tea. They'll be telling you, local person, why can't you put it? Leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. So you soak the bread, you go and do something else. You let the thing swear. So can travel. Okay. See now? Pastor has experience. So by the time you put it there, by the time you put your spoon to lift it up, the weight of the bread has changed. When you cast your bread into water, it doesn't remain the same. But it will come back. It will come back not the same weight. It will come back not the same size. It will be richer. It will be heavier. It's going to come back. But for you to do that, you must have given up the bread. What you are giving up, you must have given it up and not hold on to it. What you hold on to does not increase. What you hold on to does not increase. I think I've shared with you before. One of the secrets I learned as I was growing up, right from secondary school, was that the more I teach people, the more I know. The more I teach, the more I know. But there were some that said, they're not going to tell anybody. They don't want the thing to fall down from their head, to scatter. The thing is like they pack it. Carefully, when you carefully pack something inside freezer, when you are opening the freezer, how do you open the freezer? With one hand, you do like this and you open small, so it don't fall. That is where some people pack book in their head. So if you ask them one question, they'll say, I'm not talking. In fact, if you greet them, because they don't want the thing to shake up. They are waiting for the exam, so they will put the whole thing inside the examination hall. But you don't multiply like that. But the more you explain to people, you realize that the more you will know it. The details you didn't even understand because I explain it to you, you begin to grab the details. So you cast your bread, you give it up. What you hold on to does not increase. What you hold on to does not multiply. So if a farmer holds on to a seed and said, I will keep it in my house, I'll be looking at it every day, will his farm grow? His farm will not grow. Even though he had gone to a ITA, he had bought the best of seedlings. Are you with me? If he keeps it on his table, watching it every day, this seedling is expensive. If you know where I bought it from, it's from ITA. If you know the breed, it's hybrid. It is called this. What will happen to his farm? Will it grow? And people will be wondering, but we thought you bought seedlings from ITA. How come your farm is filled with weeds? The reason is because he refused to let it go. You must let it go for it to bring to you what it ought to bring to you. And mind you, not everything in your hand is meant for you. He said he gives bread to the eater and seed to the sower. Not everything is meant for you. And even that which is meant for you, there is a seed in it. In every bread, there is a seed. Is somebody with me? But the person that doesn't understand eats the whole bread and go and spend money the next day to buy bread. For instance, do you know how many maize corn you have ate this year? I'm a witness to some of you here. I know where I used to buy it. Do you know how many you have ate this year? Are you aware that you have eaten plantation? It is plantation you have eaten. Because let me even do a low estimate. That it was only 4 Thursdays you bought corn. Only 4 Thursdays. You didn't eat more than one. On each cob of corn, how many seeds of maize do you have there? Yeah, the farmers here. See, you're not even farming. How many do you have on one? 100. Let's do a minimum. 100. Let's just 100. So you have 100 on one. So in 4 weeks, you took 400 inside of you. Are you with me? Now, all you need to plant on each ridge is just 2. So how many ridges do you have in 400? 200. And each of those ridges will not bring you one maize. It won't bring you one cup. How many cups is each one going to give you? Minimum of what? Minimum of 3. Bad, 3. So 3 times 200. 600 cups. If you sell 600 cups, if you sell it to that woman, who is selling for you? You don't even need to sell. So instead of buying next year, you just take your 600 and be roasting. So you know how much you have saved. You'll be eating corn every day. You know how much you are saving every day. And you're not telling me you don't have money. You had money, but the money is inside your stomach. And it's just the illustration of life. You sit on what you have, not knowing that if you can just be diligent, disciplined, to give up part of it, it will return back to you several folds beyond what you have. Why is it that people don't give? Verse 4 that we read told us. He said, he that watch, he that is so considerate of many things, filled with excuses, will never give. And what are these things, perfect conditions people are waiting for? In the first place, number one, people don't give because they are ignorant. Let me just start from there. People don't give because they are ignorant of the benefit and the power of giving. So they don't give. And that is the reason for teaching. That is why we are taking this whole month to talk about giving. So that you can understand the power and benefit. Probably, when you now know, you will be mobilized to give. But a man who doesn't know the benefit, if he doesn't do it, do you blame him? He doesn't know. He doesn't see any advantage in it. So what are the benefits of giving? Number one, when you give, it's to your own benefit, it's to your account. Philippians chapter 4 verse 17, he said when you give, it is your account that is credited. It is not the account of the recipient. It is the account of the giver that increases. That is spiritual dynamics. It is your own account you are crediting. So when you are not giving, your account is not being credited. An account that is not being credited but is being debited, what will happen? Here are the bankers here. You are withdrawing from an account, but you are not crediting it. What will happen? One way to credit your account is to give. Hard work will credit your account. Is somebody with me? Hard work will credit your account. But another way is to give. If you have hard work alone, you will have ordinary account balance. If all your crediting comes from have ordinary account balance, that means beyond, you can't have beyond your energy. You can't have beyond your effort. And let me tell you one thing. The way life is programmed, as time goes on, you will decrease in your output. You will begin to work less with time. Which means automatically your account crediting will begin to reduce. But if you understand account crediting, that comes by giving. Age doesn't disturb giving. Health doesn't disturb giving. You can keep on giving till eternity, till you die. As long as you keep giving, your account is being credited. So one of the benefits is that you credit your account. So heaven sees it that this person has given something and we must give the person. There was one that said, he who gives to the poor is lending to God. Are you with me? He who gives to the poor is lending to God. And if you lend to God, can God hold you? Can God hold you? And mind, when God will pay you back, He's going to pay with interest. So when you give to God's cause, you are giving to God. And God will give you back. Because He thinks that you are giving Him a loan. God is not a defaulter. Tell somebody beside you, God is not a defaulter. He doesn't default loans. And when you are loaning to God, you don't wait for God to come and ask for loan. You are the one that you dump a loan on God. Is somebody with me? You dump a loan on God. God will not say, I don't need a loan. You know, if somebody calls you and says, I want to give you a loan, what will you tell the person? Did I ask you for a loan? Why do you want to put me in perpetual debt? I don't want. Also, people call you on your phone and say, we have a loan offer for you. What will you tell them? Why are you calling me? But God's not like that. If you throw God a loan offer, God will grab it. So push to your limits. Extend your giving. God will not owe any man. Number 2 benefit of giving. Giving win you friends. Giving win you friends. Giving builds your network. And a man's network is his net worth. Luke chapter 16. So we started from verse 1. About a manager, a shrewd manager, who had that his employer was coming to send him away because he was unfaithful. The Bible said then he called everybody that was owing his master money. He said, how much were you owing? He said, 800. He said, change it to 400. You, how much were you owing? He said, 1,000. He said, change it to. And he said, even though what he did was dishonest, he said, but the owner of the business could not but admire him for his shrewdness. And Jesus said, you too should win friends over in the same manner. When you start giving to somebody, that person becomes your friend. Are you aware? The person has not been greeting you before, but on that day, the person will start greeting you. In fact, The person you were trying to greet, you were calling. You curse. Bros, the person did not look back. He just shown you. When you start giving to that person, the person will be the one come and look for you and give it to you. And that man was doing that. That manager was doing it. He said, so that when I have nothing, I will have people who are going to receive me. I have done them good before. So when I need it, I go to their house. And they can't say they didn't remember me. This was the man that canceled my debt from 800 to 400. They will do me good. When the seasons are bad, who are you going to turn to? The people that will easily receive you are people you have given to in the past. Build friends. You are not a good friend until you have given to that supposed friend. You are just mere companions. What makes you a real friend is that you are giving to him. That's what cements the bond. And the more you give to people, the more you get them. Number 3, giving open doors for you. Giving grants you access. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 16. He said, the gift of a man make room for him. Message translation says, your gift will get you attention. People will give you attention because of the gifts you are giving. You have doors you want to open. Give, the doors will open. Your boss is not happy with you. Go and buy something good. Buy wine. Buy peanuts. Buy plantain chips. Buy kuli. Where is she? Buy kuli. Buy all those things and go to work tomorrow, Monday morning, and give it to your boss. Your boss will start smiling for you too. Then the next time you do not meet deadline, your boss will say, why didn't you meet deadline? It will be, hey, come and explain yourself. No, that one. It will be, but you're a good girl now. I thought you would have. Listen, you soften the ground with your gifts. The last time you left home, you and your mom, you had some exchange of words. And your mommy said, Minikwe, Mobruku, Minikwe. Don't disturb your hair. Go home. Buy mommy. That was husband material. Buy mommy one correct Ankara. Buy it for mommy. Put it there. Don't wrap it up. Don't wrap some. See, I don't know why you wrap gift. Don't wrap some gift. You make person see from afar. When the prodigal son was coming up, the Bible says his father saw him from afar. He didn't disguise and smuggled to the door. He said the father saw him from afar. And when the father saw it was in, the father ran to him. When you take that kind of Ankara boldly, open it, transparent like okay. Wake it open, carry it under your armpit like this. As you appear, as you say, Talo de here, and you put it like this. You say, no, it's possible. You see, people are so mean to you because you go to them empty-handed. When you carry something, even the place where they said you cannot see Oga, there is no chance, no opportunity. Oga is busy. By the time you give the secretary 2 chocolates, she will say, please wait, I'll go and tell Oga you are around. We must be able to distinguish beyond gifts and bribe. Is somebody with me? We must be able to distinguish between gifts and bribe. Gift makes room for you, but bribe is to pervert justice. Are you with me? Bribe is to pervert justice. Bribe is to make somebody call what is wrong right. It's different from gifts. So you fail a class, or you didn't do well, you didn't read your books, and then because you already know what your likely result will be, you now want to buy gifts for the lecturer. That one is a bribe. Is somebody with me? That one is what? Is a bribe. Why? You are trying to corrupt him, to pervert things, to change his mind of what you actually deserve. That one is a bribe. Either you are offering him money in this, or you are even offering your body. That is what? Bribe. But it's different at the beginning of the semester. Not even after, even after exam, you did well and you did well. And you went to tell her, I said, sir, every time you come to the class, I am convinced that I did not choose a wrong course. Sir, you make this course so real to me. Sir, can you please have this? That was not a bribe. You are not giving it to him so that he will change your marks. No, you are giving it to him to appreciate him. That is a gift. If that lecturer will take you the next time, the day you are not in class, he will not do tests. Are you with me? He will not do tests. By the time you say, tie a sheet of paper and his couch round. How many plantain chips said that? What? I changed my mind. Bring out your notebooks. Take this lecture. Your gift makes room for you. It opens doors. If there are doors that have been shut, open it with a gift. Somebody has been giving you contract all along. You never said thank you. Ordinary Christmas hampers you cannot give to your customer. And you want them to come and patronize you next year. Why do you think people do hampers? Companies spend money on hampers, they spend everything. It's to tell you that you can keep coming, Our doors are still open. Remember us in thy kingdom. But we are not giving anything. Abba. Put your hand in your pocket or your bag. Put your hand in your pocket or your bag. Just put it there. Don't leave it there. Put it in your hand or your bag. I will not approach doors empty-handed. I will not approach doors empty-handed. You don't know that your gift is a key to many doors. Listen, it doesn't matter if you are... Who is the best fighter now? Your cousin has gone. Dizu has gone. Should I say still fighting? Let's see those ones. Let's come to boxing. Whether you are Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, or Deontay Wilder, whichever one you are, doors do not respond to your muzzle. Doors respond to the right key. There are doors that the key to open them is to give. Is somebody hearing me here? There are doors that the only way to open them is to give. If you like, take a big stone and keep knocking. You keep knocking, you stay there for long. Number 4. I've told you, your gift. We do what for you? Number 1, we had your account. What do you do? Bring you friends. Number 3, open door. Number 4, when you give, you will have increase. When you give, you will have increase. When you give, you will have increase. Number 2 reason why people don't give. People think what they have is so little. People underestimate what they have in their hand. They think it won't affect much, it won't change much. So they look at pastor. He said, Pastor, you are talking of a rock of 300,000. What will my 2,000 naira do? I better keep it in my hand. It will not do anything. If I give it to them, they will not see it. If I don't give it, they won't notice it. Who will notice? Is somebody hearing me? Stop underestimating what you have. People don't give because they underestimate what they have. They think what they have is nothing. In the Bible, there are 2 widows I want to talk about. 2 widows. The first widow, you see in the book of Luke. That should be chapter 12, verse 41. The Bible says, and Jesus sat where they were dropping offerings. And the widow brought 2 pennies, just 2 coins. Brought her 2 pennies and dropped it. But others have been giving plenty money. He said they have given much. But this woman dropped 2 pennies. And Jesus said she had given the most. She had given the most. Listen, how will people be? Let me give you the picture. Everybody's coming to drop money here. For Jesus to be seeing what they are dropping, it tells you it is not a box with one small hole that we are dropping it. It tells you it's a big, that kind of thing. It's a big bucket or big basin. So everybody, it's not only just I can see what people are giving. You too will see what others are giving. And somebody came, dropped 5,000. Another one came, dropped 2,000. Another one came, dropped $100. You, what you have in your hand is 5 naira. Will you come and drop it? What will you do? I'm not giving today. I'm not giving today. Who do you want to embarrass in this place? But the Bible said the woman brought her home and also did what? And also did what? Now, that 5 naira, when people are dropping 5,000, 10,000, $100, and you have 5 naira, what will come to your mind? This 5 naira is nothing in what they are collecting. It cannot, it's negligible. In fact, they don't need it. It's a minus. But that's the devil preaching to you. Don't underestimate what you have. It is not the size of what you give. It is the art with which you give it. The worth of a thing is not the value people place on it. It is the value your heart places on it. That's what that means the worth. A woman that had 2 pennies, God said she gave the best. But those that gave in thousands, no. Because her heart gave her all. Your heart determines the worth of what you are giving. It is not what is written on the currency. Is somebody with me? It is not the image they draw on the currency. It is not the color of the currency. It is the state of your heart that gives that money is worth. So even though you are giving your friend a shoe of 2,000 or 5,000 naira, the worth is not determined by how much you bought the shoe. Are you with me? The worth is determined by the state of your heart. What do I mean by that? Could you have afforded a 10,000 naira shoe and you went to buy a 5,000 naira shoe? The state of your heart. Are you with me? But if all you could afford is a 5,000 naira shoe and you bought a 5,000 naira shoe, then you are giving richly. But if you could afford a 20,000 naira shoe and you went to buy a 5,000 naira shoe, then you are giving poorly. That determines the worth of what you give. Another widow, 1 Kings chapter 17. There was famine in the land. Elijah had declared famine. And Elijah was by the brook. And the brook dried up. And God said, I have commanded the woman at Zarephath to take care of you, a widow. And when Elijah saw her, Elijah said to her, give me water. And as she was going, the Bible said, Elijah told her, as you are coming, come with a cake. And the woman said, no. The little food stuff I have is for me and my child to eat, and then we die. But Elijah said, that which you have, do my own first. As the Lord liveth, you shall not run out of supply. The woman gave the only thing she had. 1 meal. 1 meal. What is 1 meal when there are no other meals? Somebody with me? What is 1 meal when there are no other meals? That 1 meal is negligible. Just take it and just stay yourself for a little while. But she gave it all. You are the one that says it's little. It is actually much. What she called 1 meal was a meal that lasted for years. She was the one calling it 1 meal. It lasted for years. In her hand, it would have been 1 meal. But when it got to Elijah's hand, it became a meal for years. It was not just 1 meal. It was a drum of wheat. So when you are thinking this thing is too small, in your hand it's small. But at the recipient hand is much. So stop underestimating what is in your hand. So if you can give us 1 chair, you are the one that's thinking we go to 1 and give you 1 chair. It's too small. 1 chair is not small. Deacon Philip, can you sit on more than 1 chair? That 1 chair is enough for Deacon Philip. Do you hear what I said? You know, that 1 chair is what is enough. Bring it. Stop saying people are doing things, people are doing for. It's your name, people. It's your name, people. Stop underestimating. People don't give because they underestimate what they have. So they say, when I have more, I will give. When I have much more than this, I will give. Don't wait till you have much more. Give with what you have now. It is little in your hand. It is much in our hand. It is a meal in your hand. It is a drum of food stuff when it gets to our hand. Number 3, people don't give because of past experiences of giving. Past experiences of giving. Most likely, they've given in the past and they thought there was no returns. So they felt like, they are only trying to sweet mouth us. Nothing. That thing doesn't work. That thing doesn't work. It's not true. I have tried it before. Nothing came out of it. In fact, I suffered. It never came back. Number 1, there is no way you will give correctly and it doesn't come back. It might only not come back in the currency you are expecting. So, it might only not come back in the way you are expecting it to return. So you are expecting I drop 5,000 naira. So 50,000 naira should come. It might not come back as 50,000. Is somebody hearing you? But it might come as a healing from something that will have allowed you to spend money on drugs for 50,000. And you just drink water and that thing disappeared. Others have drank the same water. The thing never disappeared. They are spending on drugs. It might come as a favor. Somebody can just remember you suddenly and say, there is this scholarship going on now. Apply. And you apply and you get it. But your mindset was still, I gave them in church. So somebody in church should walk up to me and give me back in times 3. It doesn't work that way. Just like the heaven is far away from the heart, so are my thoughts far away from your heart. God doesn't think the way you think. So God might not bring the returns the way you were expecting the return. So it doesn't mean that the returns didn't come. The returns come, but it might not come according to your own timing. That's another thing. So people just feel like that thing doesn't work. It works. It might not have come according to your time. And if people have bad experience, I believe actually sometimes there might not be returns indeed. Why is that people don't have returns when they give? Because they did not allow the seed to die. And they did not bury the seed. John chapter 12, verse 24. Jesus gave an agricultural illustration to explain another spiritual point. He said, except a kernel, a corn of wheat, falls, a seed of wheat rather, falls to the ground and die, it will abide alone. You know, some people give at times, and what they gave did not die. They didn't even bury it. Let me start from there. They didn't even bury it. You see, you cannot drop your seed on the surface and expect it to grow. Are there farmers in the house? Sir, you drop your seed like that corner. They say you should not eat it again, Abby. You have to plant. You now drop it on the surface, on the bare floor. Do you expect it to grow? For it to grow, you have to bury it. You have to keep it out of eyesight. People should stop seeing it. How do people give and it remain on the surface? When people give for others to see them giving. Matthew chapter 6 from verse 1 to 4. It says some of them, while they are giving, they call attention. They make announcement of their gifts. He said by that, they will not receive any reward. They have already received all the reward they will get. When you give and you are calling the attention of people to it, that gift will not go under the soil. It will remain on top of the soil. A gift people can see trace to you will never germinate. Why? It's on the surface. People don't see what is planted under the soil. For people to still keep seeing your gifts, it means you never planted it. You only left it on the surface. So kind of gift will not bring return. That's why people have bad experiences of giving. And they say they're no longer going to give. Number two, you didn't allow the gift to die. Some buried the gift, but they didn't allow it to die. Others cannot see it. You are the only one that know what you did. Alright? You knew what you did. It was buried. But it is still abiding alone because it didn't die. You know how you don't allow your gift to die? When you are still calculating what you could have done with it. If I didn't give sister confidence now, that money will have been useful for this. Do you get it? When you still keep thinking like that, that seed will not die. It's still alive. As long as you can remember it, as long as you can still make plans with it, though you are parted with it, you can still make plans with it. That seed is still alive. It's not dead. And if it is not dead, it abided alone. So you have only done dash. You have not sown. You've only dashed it out. When you give, take your mind off it. Is somebody with me? When you give to church, when you give to people, take your mind what? Off it. So you give somebody your fine shoe. And then 4 months later, the seed was starting to die. It has almost died itself. Maggots were about coming out of it. Then you are going to 101 bear. And they tell you the color of the one bear is a purple onion and you know all those funny colors. And then you brought out your clothes and you didn't see any shoe to match. You say, if I had not given Sister Oyi that shoe, that is the shoe that should go with this thing now. Oh, I have given it to her. You see, everything that was dying in that seed comes back alive. And it abided alone. When you give, let it go. Let it go in your mind. Stop making reference to it. Stop calculating and still planning with it. It's no longer in your life. It has gone. So ask your neighbor, how many of your seed have actually died? How many have you buried but you refuse to let them die? People have bad experiences. But if you allow your seed to be buried, that is, you are not doing it for attention, people to be observing you. If you allow your seed to die, it will surely multiply. Number 4, why is that people don't give? People don't give because of the seasons. People don't give because of famine. In famine, everybody tries to store what they have. You try to hoard it, you don't give. So they watch the weather. They watch the season. They look for it. So people say, when the seasons are better, we will do more. When the economy improves, we will do more. When they increase my pocket money, we will do more. When they start paying my salary, I will start giving offering. People don't give because of famine. But I tell you, The best time to give is when you are in famine. The best time to plant is during famine. That is the best time to sow your seed. You may have all the reasons in the world to hold on to it. And say, if I give this up, there is nothing on the ground. What will I eat from? That is the best time to say. Because one thing is sure, you will survive the famine season. Hello? One thing is sure, you will survive the famine season. Famine season is part of natural life. You may not like it. But the way God planned it, he said there is time for plenty. There is time for scarcity. There is time and seasons for everything in life. It is the famine that completes the circle. Is somebody hearing me? It is the famine that completes the circle. If there is rain every day, you are the one that will be begging God to stop the rain. You are the one that will be begging God to stop the rain. I'm talking of physical famine. But there are times things go dry a little. Is to allow the system to reset itself and be able to pick again. It's a cycle. But if there is a guarantee that you as a person, you will survive the famine. But if you don't plant during the famine, you will survive the famine empty-handed. Nothing to come out of it with. The famine will be over and you will have nothing. But why are you planting during famine? I'm going to survive the famine. But when I survive and get to the other hand, I should always have something waiting for me. There should be an harvest waiting for you when the season changes. But when you hold on to everything you have done in famine, you will survive. But nothing will be there for you. You will come out and realize that your store is empty. Because you have finished eating everything during the famine. The way to guarantee a future for you beyond famine is to sow. Genesis chapter 26 verse 1. The Bible said, and there was another famine in the land. Check your Bible. The writer was so specific. He said, he didn't say there was famine. There was another famine. Another version said, there was another famine different from the famine of Abraham. Which tells you every generation has their own. Every generation. Isaac had his own. When he came to Jacob's time, Jacob too had his own famine. The problem is not famine. The problem is securing your supply line. Let me tell you the truth. You may not like it. Famine will come. Famine is not the matter. The matter is your supply line intact. How do you guarantee a supply? By sowing. He who sow nothing should not expect to reap anything. So whether there is plenty, whether there is not enough, keep sowing. So you don't say when the seasons change, when my salary increase, when my pocket money can now take care of Nigeria economy. No. Even when you can't handle the economy, give out of what you have. Because you will survive it. Psalm 37. He said, he will bring you out of adversity. He will bring you out of famine. He said, even though there is famine, you shall have surplus. What guarantees surplus in the midst of famine is because you are sowing. When Isaac reaped 100-fold, all of them were still in famine. They were still suffering. But because he was sowing, the natural thing is when there is famine, is for everybody not to sow. In fact, agriculturally, you have been told that that's the worst time to plant. You're only wasting your seed. But that's the best time to plant. Drop your seeds. Give it all. I know the economy is changing, but don't hold on to your goods. I know the economy is changing in the way you don't like. Don't hold on to your goods. Give your goods up. Give your money up. Give your tithe up. Don't now say before they remove subsidy, my whole income is enough. By 5th of the month, I have finished everything. Now that they have removed everything and transportation has become times 3. And gas has become 1,000 naira per kg. Abi? Is there? You even know it very well. It has become that. We are doing the calculation. We are now saying, and my salary has not increased. So I told my tithe. No. Still give it up. Are you hearing me? Still give it up. Even though it looks as if your balance cannot meet up like before again, still give up what you have to give up. Give up your tithes. The fact that things are changing, prices are increasing. In fact, for prices of things to be increasing, then your offering too should be increasing. It is not the time to start rationing. Removing your transportation subsidy now from your... If the government has collected it, you are not taking your own subsidy from your offering. It is wrong. It is wrong. If the prices of things are going up, then the prices of your offering should go up. Give it up. Then how will we survive? It is not your business. It is not your business how you will survive. Because God is not planning for you to survive. God is planning for you to thrive. God is not planning for you to survive. He's planning for you to thrive. And people who thrive are people who sow. You will not come out. Listen, it's not only Nigeria. If you like, run to Canada. Run to Australia. The way the world is going, the economy of the whole world, it's people who do big work to survive this world and thrive in this world. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Salary can no longer sustain anybody. Your friends that went to UK and they are paying him this amount of money per month, and they say, "Hi, if you convert that one to naira, hey, you're a millionaire every month, millions in your hand." Let him or her tell you the energy bill. Let him or her tell you energy bill, accommodation, how much they are paying in accommodation. What they are paying in accommodation, don't calculate that. What they are paying in accommodation for 1 month is more than what you are paying for 1 year. Go and ask them. Everybody is complaining that the world economy has changed. You said your price of your fuel, find out the price of fuel in UK. That people are now going back to diesel car in UK. People are going back to diesel car, dropping petrol, going back to diesel car to save more money. So if you make the economy, the famine, an excuse, you will never sow. He that looks at the wind, looks at the weather, will never give it up. It is your determination that I will give it up. Whether the times are favorable or not, I will give it up. Whether the times are favorable or not, I will give it up. It is only by giving it up that you had up. God will only return back to you what you have sown. A bread that is not on water will never return back to you. So instead of putting bread on water, if you put paper on water, what will return back to you? So like me, how many of you have done paper? You know those canoes with paper? You've done it. When you put it on water, the thing will go by the stream. After a while, it got to come back. It will come back. The bread comes to you. What did you put in water? Paper. What came back to you? Paper. If you put excuses before God on your water, what will come back to you is excuses. So you are saying, God, because of the time of season, I cannot partake in giving they ask us to do in church. I cannot give to my parents again. I cannot give to my spiritual leaders. I cannot give to my friends. I cannot. You are making that an excuse. No problem. When you are expecting a return, they will give you that excuse. Because you too did not give, we are not making any return back to you. He will excuse, we reap excuse. Who can give you excuse? If you understand this principle, anywhere you are in the world, irrespective of the economy of the nation you will not be scared. Because what sustains a man is not how much he earns as salary. What sustains a man is the blessing of the Lord that maketh rich without adding sorrow. Coming back to faith, spirit of faith. And I'm seeing something God is telling our daddy in the spirit realm. There is that emphasis on faith. When did we just talk about faith? Was it not September? December, we are going back to talk about faith again. And then we put giving in between. Why do you think everything is like that? So that it will open your eyes to see that the way to get to thrive in this present life, the way things are, is not by getting a bigger job. You get bigger jobs, though. But are you aware? The more you get bigger jobs, the more your demands are. You will soon realize that what you are earning is not much. You can't undo it. What will keep you floating in life is by giving. Because the more you give, the more people will give back to you. Don't live on your salary. Don't live on your income. As per pocket money, don't live on that. Stretch yourself more. There is a limit to what for you in life. So give up what you think is not enough. Give it up. I know you have calculations on it. Give it up. I'm not just talking like this because I want to do something for others. No. I'm saying it because that is what will transform your life. That is what will improve the quality of your life. So let's do this experiment for this next part of this one. Deliberately keep giving. and then keep a tab on your expenses, you will realize that you have spent far, far more than you can even explain how it came. You will be asking yourself, how did this money come? You can't explain it. Because he that gives is a chain. God will stir up somebody to give to you. Then they will stir up somebody to give to you. But if you are not in that system, you are not in that network, you are not in that. So people will give to themselves and they will be giving you. And if they have been giving you little before, it only shows you to have been giving little. He that sows sparingly will reap sparingly. You want much more increase? You want much more? You are tired. This uncle remember me, 2,000 naira. That auntie remember me, 1,000 naira. Even the uncle in UK, he's sending me money. At the end of the day, it's not more than 1,000 naira. It tells you, step up what you are giving. They too will step up what you are giving to you. You will just realize, your mom will just call you one day and say, how are you coping? That money I've been sending you monthly. Coping. I just think about that things I've told you. You cannot cope again, though. I will double it. What will stir up your parents to double pocket money if you are still living on pocket money is you to give. As you give more, God will, at this time that is giving much, He will go and stir up the parents and say, give more. That uncle that has forgotten you before will look for your number and begin to call you. I'll be giving you this monthly. Pastor, mommy, don't let your mommy hear. I'll be giving you this. And what is your business? Was mommy here? Is it for her? That is the way. But when you don't give it up, not giving up what you have is an expression of faith. It's an expression that you don't have faith. So you are careful that what is in your hand should not finish. And as Jesus saw them coming to receive teaching, he said, and again, they ran out of food. John chapter 6 also, Jesus said the same thing. Jesus looked and said, these people are coming. They don't have food. How shall we pray? He said, Jesus was not going to run out of food again. That time when he said they ran out of food again, he had been feeding them before. You would have expected that by now, the apostles and co, they should know how to save everything that we made the last time. So that in our next conference, we will have enough to give people. But the Bible said they ran out of food again. But Jesus was not scared. Listen, it's not about what is happening. If you can guarantee your supply line, you don't have any problem. It's not about having something in your pocket. Listen, you are not safe by having something in your pocket or your account. What keeps you safe is that you have the ability to generate it continuously. What keeps you safe is, listen, some of you don't, when the money in your account remains 1,000. Overnight, you wake up, you don't, Oluwa. But the day you have 50, 60, 70,000 naira balance in your account, you sleep well, you are happy. Forget this. Even if you have 1 million naira in your account as of now, it will finish. Whatever you hold will finish. Whatever you have now will finish. So don't put your confidence in what you have. Put your confidence in the ability to generate a new one when that one finishes. And how do you show you are confident enough? You are not scared to let go of what is in your hand because you know another one will come. I'm not living and working because of what is in my account. I'm working because I know I have the faith to generate my next supply. Giving is a proof of your faith. When you don't give it up, you are hoarding it. And the person who is hoarding is afraid that there will be no supply for a long time. The reason why people hoard things is they are scared that what caused scarcity of petrol? People have had news that something happened at the port. Something happened. And instead of you to buy normal 10 liters you used to buy, you now buy full tank. You will not only buy full tank, you will bring 3 jerry cans. You will fill it up. You will go and store it at the back of your house. Is that not it? You hoard it. Why are you hoarding it? Because you believe that by tomorrow there will be no supply. Hoarding is just expressing what you believe, that supply will soon finish. But he that created the heavens and the earth cannot run out of supplies. And he supply my needs according to his riches in glory. That money, that riches in glory can never finish. Because the cattle upon 1,000 hills, they are his. The day I go hungry, God will only need to sell 1 cow and bring me the money for me to feed on that day. He said, silver and gold am I. He said, and I will yet shake the heavens. I will yet shake the heavens. I will yet shake the treasures. And silver and gold, shake your account. Shake your wallet for God. Then He will shake the heavens and the earth. And gold will come your direction. I've only come this morning to beg you. Despite what is happening around you, still be determined that you will give it up. Don't hold more than you need. Don't hold more than you need. When there is a basic need around of you, give it up. You are saying, this last Congo is the last Congo of rice I have. But you have a friend who has not eaten. Yesterday she drank water to sleep. This morning she has not eaten. And you are still holding your 8 cups of Congo. Congo is 8 cups. Still holding your Congo of rice. Thinking that I'm saving this one for the next 1 week. You are not doing well. The implication of what you are saying is that the day I finish this rice, another one will not come. Give it up. Give it up. You are only giving to the poor. The poor is not somebody who is begging around. The poor is somebody who is in need. Anybody who is not dime. And God said, when you give to the poor, the person in need, He said, you are only lending to me. So if you give of your Congo of rice, if you give God 1.5 cup of rice, will God return 1.5 cup? You are signing yourself up for an unending supply of rice. You just see somebody coming and say, I don't know why my mommy gave me excess rice. And I'm looking for somewhere to keep it. So that weevil will not disturb the rice. So you just pack the rice and come and give it. It is your 1.5 cup you borrow God that God is returning back to you. How come of all people in your hostel or your area, people are giving the excess rice? I checked my cupboard. I saw weevil everywhere. So I quickly pack all the beans that is remaining. I'm distributing it. And they are bringing it to your room. Why? Because you borrow God beans. God is making sure that when the weevils attack, it is you they will remember. Don't say God sent the weevils, but when the weevils attack, it's coming to you. Are you aware that people beside you give people that things and they are not thinking of you? It takes God to remember you. It takes God. People don't remember you because they see you every day. People don't remember you because they are talking to you every day. So, a particular copy. This guy was talking with this guy every day. He was talking with this guy. And this guy was saying, how much you want to share? Oh, God will provide, God will provide. And there was vacancy. He was to still remember to put that guy here. Then they feel up. And this guy came and said, I heard that they just got somebody new there. And then, yes, say, I'm qualified for the job. Say, how come I didn't remember you? So talking to somebody every day, if you like, call your uncle every day. Uncle, good morning. Uncle, good morning. It doesn't mean he will remember to send you something. He will only remember to tell you good morning too. Some of you have some big uncles you have been thinking like that before. Listen, what stirs up a man's heart is not keeping in touch continuously. I've seen people I've not talked to for years suddenly send a message and said, sorry, don't be offended, but please do something for me. I said, what? Can you please send me your account number? Somebody I've not talked to for years. I've not called, I've not asked for, I've not do WhatsApp. Hi. It is God that goes to wake them up and say, do something for that person. It is God. When you don't give it up, there is no reminder up there. Your giving it up is sending a reminder to the heavens. Go and remind somebody. Your giving it up is step. So what have you held on to for long? It's time to give it up. It's time to sound alarm in so many people's hearts, and they begin to respond to you. A life of giving will give you a life of receiving. You want receiving to continue your life, then continue giving in your life. Turn to somebody around you and beg the person. Pastor said you should give it all. Then you will hard up. Tell another person, Pastor said you should give it all. Then you will hard up. Go and look for somebody you've not talked to today and go and tell that person. You have not talked to that person, go and look for him or her. And say, Pastor said you should give it all. Then you will hard up. Tell that person, give it up. Give up your money. Give up your clothes. Give up your tie. Give up your beret. Give up your shoe. Give up your food. Give up your time. And then you will have it up. You give it up in the house this morning.
We hope you've been greatly blessed. That which we have seen and heard, declare we unto you, that you also may have fellowship with us. And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with His Son, Jesus Christ.
Contact and follow us on all our social media handles
at MIV Word House. Stay strong, vigorous, and victorious.